All right, folks, today we are replacing the speakers on my 1992 Toyota pickup. I've just got the 4-inch speakers in the front here. I've got no speakers on my doors. My speakers are pretty blown, and we're replacing them with these JBL GX 428s. As you can hear, they are pretty blown. We'll do the passenger side first. Number 2 Phillips. Top screw. Should be pretty easy. There was a 10 mil socket down below here, and there's a Phillips there, Phillips there, and a Phillips down below as well. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to remove this whole thing here. All right, we got the glove box out. Ended up actually being 3 screws across the top there. Pretty gross looking in here, but there's a speaker. These are the original factory speakers. All right, so we've got the full glove box assembly out of the vehicle. We're gonna give it a quick wipe down, and then there's 2 Phillips screws on the back here holding in the speaker. Out with the old and in with the new. The JBL is now screwed in to the back of the glove box assembly, and now we're ready to wire it in. So as you can see on the old factory speaker, there's a little wiring harness here, and it's just screwed on there, and it looks like this little clip is just going to slide off of there. All right, so we got the passenger side speaker in. Now we can get started on the driver's side. Same deal, a couple screws. We're gonna have to remove this whole panel here. Looks like 5 Phillips screws and 1 10 mil down low. Got the whole panel out. Pretty dirty in here. Gonna give it a clean as well. And same deal on this side. The speaker is actually connected to the panel, and there's a quick connect right here. So you also have your hood release cable on this side. It's pretty easy to take out if you want to take your whole panel and clean it. There's just 2 Phillips below, and then it kind of just slides right out. Okay, so we've got the panel completely off now. I'm reusing the factory wiring harness just to keep that quick disconnect there. Of course, you could change this, or you could just, completely solder your connections. But I think it's nice in case you need to take this thing off again. It's just an easy clip there. If you want to reuse the factory wiring harness, it's pretty easy. You just pop your 2 connections off there. They slide right off. There's a little tang here that you'll have to bend back to get the wiring out. And then up here, this plastic clip, it sits on a little metal tang here. I'm not going to be reinstalling a tang onto the new speaker. This is just going to float freely. I might be able to zip tie it to something. But to get this off here, there's actually a little bit of glue in there. So I'm going to see if I can heat up that glue to maybe slide it off. As you can see, I pretty much just ripped it off the other side. Okay, a little bit of heat on that glue, and this factory wiring harness slid right off. A little bit too much heat, but that's not the important part of this clip. And yeah, we're all wired on here. And I ended up using 2 plastic washers to allow enough space for the speaker to sit in there nice. Right, so we've got both speakers installed now, and it definitely sounds way better than before. I've got the original deck in here. I like having the deck. I'll give you a little sample just off a cassette that I've got. Definitely sounds way better than what I had before. So keep in mind, this is just the original deck, but it sounds pretty good to me. Just an old cassette in there. But if anybody's interested, I've also picked up this Bluetooth cassette off of Amazon, Ars Vita. Works pretty good. Took it on one road trip so far. Only charged it once. Lasted well over 8 hours. Wanted to have this because I didn't want to mess around with adapters and cables and all that sort of thing. So it's nice to have the Bluetooth, even though it still does have this cable hanging out. My phone's got a USB-C port, and they don't, not that I could find, I couldn't find a cassette that went cassette to USB-C, only to standard auxiliary jacks, and didn't want to have an adapter, so went with this Bluetooth one. Works pretty good. My only complaint would be that the light that turns on when it's on, there's like a blue flashing light there, and it's pretty bright at night, so probably gonna put a piece of electrical tape or something over that to cover it up. But for now, I like having my factory deck. Maybe it needs a little clean on the inside there, but yeah, for now it's good. And yeah, don't want to go to a new setup just quite yet. I like having the classic in here, but speaker upgrade, definitely worth it. Pretty easy, pretty cheap. Those speakers I got were like 84 bucks Canadian on Amazon, and makes a world of difference. You know, I love the sound of my 22 RE, and it's great to just listen to that, but a little bit of tunes never hurt anybody either. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.